For the Yankee game, 50 degrees now, mostly sunny, humidity 71%, winds west at 10, gusting to 20, 50 going up to 63. First pitch should be around 60 degrees. Winds news time 9:45. Another massive attack on civilians trying to escape the war zone in Ukraine. The latest next.
Hi, this is Jim Miller, and welcome back to Origins. Our new chapter is a look inside one of the most iconic media brands of the past 50 years, HBO. Present, past, and future. Come along and join me for this intimate look into the television brand that changed so much. Origins, Chapter 7, HBO, Present, Past, and Future. A presentation of C13 Originals, a Cadence 13 studio. Available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This Easter holiday, see the movie based on the true story of the world's most unlikely priest. Father Stew, starring Mark Wahlberg, is extraordinary, and it's exclusively in movie theaters starting April 13th. When God wanted a fighter, he found one in Father Stew. Father Stew, starring Mark Wahlberg, alongside Mel Gibson, Jackie Weaver, and Teresa Ruiz. Watch the trailer and get tickets now at FatherStewMovie.com. Mark Wahlberg is Father Stew, exclusively in theaters this Easter.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Proceed about
Winds news time 9:47, the latest on the war in Ukraine now. That is the sound of the chaos in the eastern Donetsk region following a Russian attack on civilians. Ukraine's President Zelensky speaking through an interpreter.
Russian military hit the railway terminal in the city of Hauppauge. This is an ordinary railroad terminal. People crowded, waiting for the trains to be evacuated to the safe territory.
This is after Ukrainian officials have warned of separate attacks by Russia in the east. Zelensky said 30 people were killed, 300 wounded. In Russia, a rare admission by the Kremlin. Spokesman Dmitry Peskov.
Significant slaughter of troops, and it's a huge tragedy for us.
Well, despite the evidence atrocities by Russia against civilians in the Kyiv suburb,
As an act of apocalypse during the negotiations between two delegations were
he spoke with Sky News. We're getting an update on the Fox News correspondent who was wounded last month in a blast near Kyiv, and these are fairly serious injuries.
Benjamin Hall seemed smiling from his hospital bed. Tweeted that he lost half a leg on one side and a foot on the other. One hand is being put together, one eye is no longer working, and my hearing is pretty blown. But all in all, I feel pretty damn lucky to be here.
Alex Crochet reporting that we have on engineer Chelsea and Ukrainian consultant Alexandra Kushinova were killed. Daytime journalists from multiple media outlets took to Twitter to express their concern and support for Hall. Coming up at 12:15 this afternoon, both President Biden and Vice President Harris will be making some remarks on the historic confirmation of Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson to the U.S. Supreme Court.
Jackson will replace Stephen Breyer, for whom he once worked. He won't retire until the court's term ends this summer. Bill Jackson will get to celebrate her historic confirmation today with President Biden in the Rose Garden. They watched yesterday's Senate vote together in the White House.
Correspondent Sagar Mughani, Republicans from Maine, Alaska, and Utah joined Democrats for the 53 to 47 vote. Contrary to what's been reported, Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg says the criminal investigation into Donald Trump and the Trump Organization is still ongoing. This is despite two prosecutors in the case recently quitting. In Albany, the state attorney general's office has filed a motion to hold the former president in contempt.
It will not be a criminal contempt of court case, but could cost Donald Trump $10,000 a day until he complies. That is, if a New York State judge grants the contempt of court order against the ex-president, that New York's attorney general is asking for it. That in a court filing which asserts Trump has failed to abide by his earlier agreement to comply fully with her subpoena for documents and information on March 31st in connection with her civil investigation of his past business practices.
Saudi reporting that James has lost detected given evidence that the couple was severe hurricane deductions were related to insurance. Disabled, and the right lane is blocked. We are heavy into the area, not too bad though, 38th Street, and then the jam up starts 20th Street to Atlantic. That's where we're about to cover. And so heavy that we've got outbound from the Battery tunnel delays that are slow because of all that volume of Kiwanis. Now we've got westbound East delays that are moderately heavy from 48th down to Williamsburg Bridge and Metropolitan Avenue, but then the westbound East is past from Metropolitan down into the Manhattan Bridges and into Atlantic Avenue. Now, we've got big delays on that way. It's bumpers over north and southbound, between the LIE and the 2 Garden City Train, actually down to Atlantic Avenue. It is a very difficult trip on the southbound Manway, and now we're getting to the southbound Parkway, too. But I will check on that. All this parking rules and regulations are set. The big charge is relative on the upper level of George with a 30 to 40 minute wait, and we are sponsored by Jackpot, the legislative official state lottery game. East Coast Radio for a free mega millions of Powerball with the 18 play. If you or somebody that has a gambling problem or wants help, call 877-8-OPEN-Y. Please visit jackpocket.com/TOS return. I guarantee you.
We do, Susan, and really, we kind of lucked out because I think tomorrow activities, and so we kind of hit this right now with that postponement from yesterday after all the rain. But temperatures will get up to the lower 60s, so we cleared it out. We're losing obviously with the sunshine. That breeze is going to be pretty constant and gusty at times out to the west. Center right. So gusty 20-25 miles per hour. Sunshine, places where it's 20th today because that's where we'll feel better with the sun versus in the shade with the breeze. Temperatures tonight down to 40s, some of those showers around and then tomorrow. I think there will be showers early in the afternoon. There will be an occasional one to do a little drenching. Gusty temperatures up into the upper 50s, low 50s, less of a chance of a shower. Mainly in the inland suburbs on Sunday, and then that warm up for next week. I can't wait. Temperatures right now, this down at 50. We're heading up to 63. Weather station and England. Well, as Yankee fans get ready for today's big home opener in the Bronx, cheering and praying for the Mets, who started the season victoriously in D.C. Yeah, she's in a 5-1 win over the Nationals, and again, this is an hour past the rescheduled time, and you managed to upfield Walker's to getting face starting pitcher Tyrone McGill, 1 hit. This is talking really about the New York Raptors. Zone-tailed hawks are typically seen only in the southwestern United States or in Central and South America. The sighting
actually marked the first time ever in New York State, but he didn't get to stay long. In fact, forget about it. Apparently, the birdie was chased away by one of the cemetery's resident red-tailed hawks. Wins News Time 9:55.
How do you rank PA's #1 casino? By what you win, of course. And at Wind Creek, Bethlehem, the numbers don't lie. With elusive slots, highest payouts, and most free play, Wind Creek is Pennsylvania's #1 players casino. So get ready to play at the place where you get to play longer and win more. Wind Creek, Bethlehem. It's go time. Must be 21 years of age or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're the one everyone looks to for answers. Come rain or shine, the job must get done, and you're the one who makes it happen. We get you, Jackie and Fresno, putting your employee safety first. And Manny in Chattanooga, whose local Ranger team knows it by name. We're here for you and all the ones who get it done, with 24/7 customer support and access to product specialists to help you find what you need. Call clickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, you're the one who get it done.
Now, Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 Wins. Here's Steve Potus.
Susan, Walmart really needs truck drivers, and it's willing to pay to sign them up. As it looks to keep its supply chain humming, the big retailer is raising starting pay for in-house truck drivers up to $110,000 a year. That's up from the average $87,000 now. Walmart also expanding a 12-week program that trains current employees working at other jobs in the company to become drivers. Now, looking to challenge Tesla on its home turf, Volkswagen plans to make more batteries for electric vehicles in the U.S. A Volkswagen executive will travel to the U.S. next week to look at potential battery factory sites. VW is starting output of an EV later this year at a plant in Tennessee. In the industry's biggest push, the plan is to invest $57 billion in EVs over the next 5 years. Now, stocks are on track to end a string of 3 straight weekly gains. Right now, the Dow in the red, about 31 points. NASDAQ down 177, more than 1%, while the S&P gives back 22 points. Bloomberg Money Watch, 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Steve Potus for 1010 Wins.
Is your child struggling with reading and reading comprehension? If you're a concerned parent wanting to help your child become a better reader, then you need to speak with the USA Reading Clinic. In less than 20 minutes, the USA Reading Clinic can explain exactly why your child struggles with reading and how to correct the problem. Within a few minutes, the USA Reading Clinic will prove that your child can actually read at normal or advanced levels. Every child has the ability to become a great reader, and the USA Reading Clinic has the proven method to unlock their potential. You don't have to let your child go through his or her school years thinking they'll never be proficient readers. Now is the time to join thousands of other parents who have already taken advantage of this revolutionary system to give their children an opportunity to fall in love with reading. For more information, call the USA Reading Clinic at 800-230-3054. 800-230-3054. That's 800-230-3054.
Driving home when, oh no, you hit the longest red light in town. What's this? You're smiling because your car smells amazing. You just installed a Febreze car vent clip. 5 weeks ago, with up to 40 days of consistent Febreze scent, those lights can stay red for as long as they like. Everyone loves shopping online. Well, I'm going to tell you what I tell my golf buddies when they buy clubs. Stop searching for coupon codes. Download Capital One Shopping to your computer. Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies them at checkout. Plus, it's free, and you don't even need a Capital One card to use it. That's like hitting a hole-in-one without even trying. Capital One Shopping. Kinda genius. What's in your wallet?
Savings and available coupons vary.
WINS, WNEWHC3 New York.
An Odyssey station.
1010 Wins AccuWeather looks pretty good for today's big Yankee home opener. Mixed clouds and sun, breezy milder, 60 degrees for the first pitch at 105, and then we'll get up to 63 later on. Partly to mostly cloudy tonight, couple showers, but not till late, down to 46. It is 50 and mostly sunny in Central Park. More people get their news from 1010 Wins than from any other radio station in the nation. Bill Pilato is our service aide. Carol Noonan is the writer. Justin Schrager's at the editor's desk. I'm Susan Richards. sunshine, finally 50 degrees at 10 o'clock. Good Friday morning. I'm Bridget Quinn, and here's what's happening. As a certain former mayor used to ask, how am I doing? Newsline speaks with Mayor Eric Adams about his first 100 days in office. The interview coming right up, plus we will bring you early results of our own 10-10 wins on official poll. A late ball, it is opening day in the Bronx. Our Roger Stern previews this afternoon's Yankees-Red Sox game. From baseball to books, Newsline speaks live with the CEO of Barnes & Noble about when a bookstore might be coming back to the Bronx. Half hour into the open and the Dow down more than 40 points. AccuWeather says pretty good for baseball. Sun mixing with clouds, breezy, milder. The temperature around 60 degrees. Winds noon time 10:01. Time for traffic and transit. Happy Friday, Karen Stewart. A very happy Friday, Bridget. Glad to get this week over with. It was a rough week, certainly with the weather, and we're still dealing with flooding issues around, especially as Bridget could contest you in the northern suburbs. We are dealing with flooding issues right now in the Bronx River Parkway, which has been closed all morning, both ways, from Springbrook to Main Street Wide Plains. Flooding in Rockland on 59 and 303. It's so bad on 59 in West Nyack that all lanes are blocked at 303, and traffic is getting detoured to the Palisades Center Mall. We've got a down tree in Cortland, pole and wires, and we've got northbound Route 9 between Bear Mountain Bridge Road and Route 6 with alternating traffic taken in the southbound lanes because of all this down pole and wires and the issues that accompany that. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. The inbound GW Bridge, the upper level is 45. Still a disabled tractor trailer at mid-span, left lane blocked, take the lower. The inbound George there is 20 to 25. It's 30 outbound, it's 10 in at the Lincoln, and 15 to 20 inbound at the Holland. Traffic and transit every 10 minutes around the clock. Breaking traffic alerts whenever they happen. I'm Karen Stewart on 1010 Wins. And we start on this busy Friday morning on Newsline with a one-on-one with His Honor Mayor Adams. Sunday, marking 100 days since he took office. We started our conversation with the homeless controversy, with some activists saying arresting people and taking homeless people's belongings is not the way to help them. We asked Mayor Adams, might you change your tactics?
No, I'm not open to continually allow people to live in an inhumane environment. Bridget, when you look at some of those tents inside, human waste, drug paraphernalia, needles, no access to showers, trains of clothing. This is unacceptable. And I am really reaching out to my homeless advocates and say, please come and join me to convince our fellow New Yorkers that living in a tent, living in a cardboard box is inhumane, and we have better conditions that they can live in. And that is why I need my homeless advocates. We can do this together.
And Mayor Adams, I was really struck by this. You said that you've gone out in the middle of the night and visited with homeless people and talked with them. Can you give us an example of a visit and a location?
Yes, 14th Street in Manhattan, in the subway system. A gentleman was living all the way at the far end of the track. I sat down with him, talked with him, found out that he was actually a person who lost his job. He was afraid of the shelters, and I showed him one of our brochures and said, this is what the shelters look like now. And again, in Manhattan, down in the Bowery area, a young lady was there walking the streets. She was living in a cardboard box. I engaged in a conversation with her and told her, and she was surprised. She said, I can't believe the mayor is here speaking with me. This was 4 a.m. in the morning. And you know what, Bridget? I don't see others who are stating that people should be able to live in the street. I don't see them out there doing this. I know we have to get on the ground to resolve this problem and give those with mental health illnesses the wraparound services they deserve. These are our fellow New Yorkers. I'm not going to continue to walk by and ignore the fact that they should not be living in this environment.
Mayor Adams, let's talk about crime. The anti-crime units making their debut last month. When you were asked how the city would measure the success of the new teams, you said, when we stop seeing the shootings in the city. Now, this week, as I'm sure you all know, the shootings, the stats from the NYPD said shootings were up again by more than 16%. When, Mr. Mayor, might we turn a corner in public safety, as you have said?
You know, I grade myself hard in a very harsh way because I'm hard on myself because this job calls for us to get results. And so I think we have an eye in progress, not incomplete, but in progress. These are generational problems that are finally materializing across our country, not only in New York. You're seeing the overproliferation of guns, the failure of the educational system, the impact of COVID, and particularly on mental health. This is impacting our nation, and New York is going to show how we can turn it around. What does that look like? NYPD has removed over 1,000 guns off the streets within the last 90-something days. My anti-gun unit, in the first few weeks out, they removed over close to 30 guns and made over 100 arrests. So it's about stop the normalization of the quality of life and crime in the city. And so we need help from Albany and Washington, D.C. I commend the lawmakers and some of the decisions that they've made in public safety, which many people thought it was not possible to get done. But we have more to do. There's more to do to make sure we make our city safe, as well as dealing with the mayoral control issue that we believe is important.
You mentioned Albany. Governor Hochul has included some reform to bail reform in her budget. Does it go far enough?
There's more to do. And remember, several weeks ago when I went to Albany, people thought it was impossible. And I knew New Yorkers sent me with a mission to talk with state lawmakers because New Yorkers knew we had to deal with some of the criminal justice reform, not to go backwards to the over abuse of criminal justice, but also not to go backwards to 2,000 homicides a year in our city. So we have more to do in the next couple of months. I'm hoping lawmakers will look at this issue as well as the important issue that's facing New York. Now, in the bill, the items that are emerging are true. This is also a real victory for New York City. My People Plan talked about child care dollars, talked about earned income tax credit, tax rebate for citizens. So we do have some wins there, but as I commend the lawmakers on public safety, I want to be clear that there's more to be done because New Yorkers must be safe.
Have you pressed Governor Hochul one-on-one?
Well, I want to thank the governor for being a partner and understanding that we must have a safe city. I say this over and over again. The prerequisite to our prosperity is public safety and justice. I think the governor is a partner in that, and I'm going to continue to partner with her.
Proceed about 5 miles to Mariners Walk.
That understand how important this issue is to the city.
About COVID, the mandate to keep kids 5 and under in masks, is there any chance, Mr. Mayor, that you might drop that restriction anytime soon? Or do you want to wait until that age group can get the vaccine?
No, I want to drop it. I am more urgent. I feel more urgent about dropping that mandate more than others. Trust me when I tell you I want to see the faces of our children. But as I stated, I must move with the science and my healthcare team that I speak with every morning. We were going to announce it on the Monday that passed. But as you know, this new variant is increasing a little. We believe it's going to stabilize, and we will be able to remove the mask for those under 5. This is important for me to do, but I must do the right thing so that we don't go backwards in our city. We've done an amazing job. I want to commend New Yorkers who have taken the vaccine, booster shots, social distancing, wearing a mask. This is how we beat COVID. We can't go backwards. We're seeing tourism return. Our cities are starting to open. Our restaurants and office spaces are increases. And I'm excited that we're going to do the right thing. This is a painful moment, but we will cycle out of this and be prepared and not panic.
So do you have a timeline then on when the restriction for the little kids might be dropped?
Yeah, I'm totally at the mercy of my health team. They stated that we continue to look at the numbers. Once they are comfortable and they would give me the orders, I'm chopping at the bits to get it done. I'm hoping that we can do it within a week or so, but it's really dependent on how this new variant responds.
I know you were confronted by some parents at a Broadway show, and your new health commissioner, there was some reporting that he'd been confronted by people. What do you make of that reaction?
Well, what's interesting, remember, I'm an ex-cop. I'm confronted all the time. I've been booed, I've been yelled at, I've had things thrown at me. I think it's all part of New York. People are expressing their emotions. As long as they do it in a peaceful, respectful way, we should be prepared to do that. Every day, as I ride the trains or walk the streets, New Yorkers are extremely opinionated and they share their emotions sometimes. And I understand that because these are our emotional times. I don't take it personal. If someone is outside a Broadway theater, a restaurant, or see me on the train and they give me their opinion, overwhelmingly, you know what I receive? I receive a thumbs up. That's what I receive the majority of times on the street. People know my passion and love for New York City, and if every once in a while someone wants to call me a name or because they disagree with me, that's part of the job, and I have a thick skin because this is where New Yorkers expect their mayor to have a thick skin.
So you've been our mayor 100 days on Sunday. What has surprised you most about the job?
How much New Yorkers love their city and how much I love New York. I think we are resilient, and you're watching the greatest comeback. When you look at a few years ago, we were shut down. There was a level of uncertainty, a question mark lingered over the potentiality of New York recovering. That question mark is now straightened to an exclamation point that we are going to recover, and the results and evidence of that we see every day. And I just love the resiliency of New Yorkers.
Mayor Adams with us on Newsline. That brings us to traffic and transit. Well, something we New Yorkers all love, the traffic. And this morning, Karen Stewart, the driving through floodwaters. Yeah, it was very kind of dicey this morning, Bridget, and it still is, actually. Flooding conditions all about the place. We've got several townships in New Jersey that are literally dealing with some very, very bad flooding. And we've had a lot of issues in Jersey. Right now, we still have Route 1 closed in South Brunswick both ways at Stouts Lane. We still have that down pole down in Sayreville on northbound 9 at Bordentown Avenue. And we're still dealing with issues with a down tree up in Washington Township, blocking the northbound Garden State Parkway exit to 168. We also have delays now on the northbound Garden State getting to 135, where a car drove off the roadway. Traffic is heavy into the area there. I wouldn't call it jam. The northbound turnpike, though, is very heavy. Trying to get up into Kearney and into the 14 and 15 interchanges. We're bumper to bumper right now from back at Route 78 on the turnpike. The inbound side of the George Washington Bridge currently is still about 30 to 45, and the lower is 20 to 25. And we're sponsored by News Nation. If you're looking for real news, News Nation is new and different. News Nation doesn't take sides or lean into political agendas. Here, you get all sides. If you're looking for news without the noise, come back to the news with News Nation. News for all America. I'm Karen Stewart on 1010 Wins. AccuWeather meteorologist Dean DeVore. Boy, it's nice to see that sun shining.
It is. Yeah, it is. It really is. The only thing that is going to be limiting today is the breeze, and there will be some clouds mixing in. So, again, this is one of those days, the real feel difference between the sun and the shade, I think you're going to feel, especially if you're heading to the stadium or someplace like that and seated for a while. So low 50s for real feels in the shade, better than that the sun. Now, over the weekend, we're not going to see as much sun. There's some showers in for tomorrow, especially in the afternoon. Could be a little drenching in some spots. Temperatures up in the upper 50s, low 50s, drier on Sunday overall, and then that warm up. And Bridget and I are excited. We get near or past 70 for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Midtown right now, we're up to 53, going up to 62 as we get ready for the Yankees home opener. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Dean DeVore on New York's weather station, 1010 Wins.
And coming right up on 1010 Wins Newsline, we will talk with the top guy at a big bookseller about whether Barnes & Noble might be returning to the Bronx. Sloman's is offering a free home security system and installation when you use their low-cost central station monitoring. Call 833-933-SAFE. That's 833-933-SAFE.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like you're going 100 miles an hour, barely keeping up. But to cruise through challenges, you need someone who's right there with you. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the Windows PCs and tech advice you need to get past whatever's in front of you and get where you want to go. Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. A start to a simpler experience with Windows 11 Pro.
Any supplier can drop a box outside your door. But if you want a partner who delivers great customer service too, rely on Cintas. Your dedicated service rep can deliver what you need to help your business run smoothly. From essential cleaning products to hygienically cleaned apparel, fire protection services to first aid and safety supplies. That service you can't get from a box. Oh, I'm ready! Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
It's easy to think all money managers are pretty much the same, but at Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Different
how? You sell high-commission investment products, right?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission-based investment products.
Well, you must earn commissions on trades.
Nope, never at Fisher. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our client's best interest. It's the highest standard of care for a financial advisor.
How do you know what's in their best interest?
We get to know our clients and then tailor a portfolio based on their goals and needs.
But you probably sneak in some hidden and layered fees.
No, we have one transparent management fee structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, you really do look out for your clients.
That's because our top priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. It might be why most of our clients come from other money managers.
Your destination.